Hi guys, this is a stand-up vlog for course week 3 in our cloud native course, cloud native applications. I think this is going well. We just had like a little sync with Diego before, and I mean it might be going too well, right? Thinking that you guys should have more questions at this point. It could be the two options: either you're not doing it, or or everything is super clear. You have done this maybe at work or like in your other projects. But really, if you're in the first category, then don't just sit there, right? To try to do all the exercise. Then we had a bit of a miscommunication there about assignment 1. So now you can see, like on the website, Diego marked it right with the course 2023. So that was like my mistake to tell you, go on to do your to do the assignment. It was I didn't know, so sorry. Diego is still working on it. It of course will be very similar, so it's not like if you have started doing it's all in vain, and it probably was good for you to reflect on those on the theory, and the practical exercise will still prepare you for what we're supposed to do. But you will release it next week, right, Diego?
No,
that's the plan.
Yeah, there is not much room to change many things, but so it will be similar, but exactly the same as the last year. No.
Yeah, so you need to assert yourself a little bit and probably change some code from whatever is going to be given in the workshops. But I think workshops are built up pretty well. I actually tried them myself yesterday, so it's a step by step. So this week, right, you have automated configuration. So
yes.
that will be Ansible, and this is this stand-up vlog will be here. Presentation material will be here. That's what Diego will go through, and this is the helping material for the workshop. So all this updated, right, and you can start working on that. Then next week we will have CI/CD pipelines, where will you also have a workshop where practically try to set something up? Or I guess I didn't find any workshop.
No, and the helping material, I uploaded it yesterday for this week, because there was a question about somebody. One of the students said that they would like to try first to arrive to the workshop already with some doubts, or maybe if everything is super easy, then they can skip as well. If they follow the slides and they can achieve the goal, then it could be they can skip if they don't have questions. That is surprising, no? The lack of questions during the workshop is going quite well, because I see that at least a group of students are reaching the last point that I do, so they can follow everything live on their computers. But then after Wednesdays there are no questions, and this is the first year that there are no questions. So it's surprising, as you said. I don't know if it is surprising on positive, that the workshops are more clear, or negative, that they're so lost that they don't even know what to ask.
So next week, when you have the CI/CD pipelines, there will also be a workshop, right, that you release a little bit before.
And I will upload the slides by Monday. The slides that I will use during the workshop, I will aim at uploading them by Monday. This week was yesterday, because I was asked on Monday and I couldn't finish them for Monday for the same day, and I uploaded it yesterday. But I think it's a good idea to upload the workshop slides a bit before, so they can very interested student can try it before to then really to increase the chances that everything can be done during the workshop live on their own computers, so they don't get in any initial part. It's a good idea.
Yeah, especially installations and stuff. Yeah, so try to guys to prepare to start with these slides. No, I can maybe. Yeah, no, I can't open it there. Never mind. Yeah, so what I wanted to say also is that even though with the theory part in assignment 1, like I say, will be shortened, yeah, because we talked about this with the era of GPT and basically just a waste of time of complete written assignments. I really want you to try to answer to these questions on your own. We had covered this CI/CD pipelines a little bit in the project course before. However, I think about like maybe half of you don't use it in your projects or haven't used it before. And in assignment 1, they won't like it won't be a requirement to use it, but in everywhere else later in this course it will be. And so it's then after that it's just assumed that you understand what the continuous integration is, what the continuous deployment is, what is like what are the differences, how to set it up, what are different tools. So like just try to really get into that this week. Watch a lot of YouTube videos about it. Read the materials that Diego has in the list, right? They were presented like I think the first week in your first PDF slides. So whatever like works for you, but really get into this the theory of this, because it will also be asked on the oral exam. So you won't get away with just skimming through this, or it will be very painful for you later in the winter. Yeah, then with this I don't really have much else, so Diego, you can
I do a small
over.
introduction for this afternoon and what are the expectations. So which tool is expected to be installed by 1 p.m. Present share screen. Okay, this week is the third week of the blog and the second week on the part of automating the application provisioning and configuration. Last week we did the infrastructure provisioning, and this week we will make the application configuration automatic. So the theory is quite similar. We continue with the infrastructure as code because we are still doing infrastructure as code. Its benefits, its trade-offs, so on. And as practice, we will work on the second part, so on the application. I will, if you remember the stack of the that we saw on cloud computing. So from the metal provisioning to the software as a service, we did some part of this stack with Terraform. So we managed to get servers and the network and install some operating system there and be able to access it. And now the application configuration part, so installing the runtime, our application and our data is going to be done this week. So sub goals are the same as last week. And for the configuration, we will use a tool called Ansible. Very popular tool as well. We have to install it on our computers. So you have here the documentation on how to install it. When they refer to control node, this is your machine. So the same your computer, the same machine where you installed the Terraform last week. And then there will be other hosts, other nodes that are the ones that we are going to configure. But when you see control node term, this is your computer. If your computer uses Windows, follow the link to the WSL and in the course, because Ansible, it is quite easy to install on Linux and Mac, but for Windows there are some special instructions. I don't have it, so I cannot precisely know what are the challenges that we will find this year installing it, but yeah, we based on using the WSL, and then we will solve the rest of the problems that you have during the installation, if you have. I tried to install it yesterday on an Ubuntu machine, so in the machine that we created last week with our infrastructure as code, and it worked quite well. So I think the instructions for Ubuntu are just the pip install. One is to first install the pip because we don't have it in the default machine, and then creating an environment, and it worked quite well. So it was quite straightforward to install on a fresh Ubuntu. Well, after we have it installed, we will write the code that Ansible likes to configure the application, and these are called playbooks. So these playbooks are written in the YAML syntax. So the same similar to what we did last week to write the TF files for the Terraform or OpenTofu tool. This week we will write YAML files, and we will call them playbooks, and we will give them to Ansible to configure our application. So today, the goal is to make automatic what we did the first week manually, that we install a web server. So like put in some runtime, then we configure it, like, okay, we change the port where the web server is listening. Very simple configuration, but at least configuring something about the application, and then installing our data. That was a simple website. We will do the same as that week, command after command, but this today by writing a playbook that is our infrastructure as code, and giving this playbook to the Ansible to do these steps. So it's quite important that you install the application, or for this, that you arrive at 1 p.m. 15 past 1 with the Ansible install, or with concrete doubts about concrete problems why you could not install it. And then, if possible, try some hello world case. There are some 4 steps in this link, so that they just try to do a ping. Try for a few minutes. Maybe you will have problems with the SSH key. So if it doesn't work directly, we will solve this problem during the workshop. Don't spend a lot of time to try to solve it yourself. And if those steps work without this hello world, by thing that here is using the command line, you can do the 2 steps that appear in this link. That is the same, just doing a ping to a machine, but instead of using directly the command line to do the ping, it writes the smallest possible playbook with that the configuration action is just to do a ping to a machine. Yeah, and this copy a file we will do during the workshop. Don't try to. You don't have to try to do that. So the goal of the week, this is what I already explained it. Install a simple web server and configure it. And then optional, if you feel confident and you want to practice further, we can create 3 machines with Terraform or OpenTofu instead of only one, and one of these machines can have an Nginx doing load balancing to the other two. So we install our also Nginx with the HTML simple application in 2 machines, and the third one will be the load balancer. This optional part is good if you try, because something like this can be asked in the practical part in the assignment. So last week you got the Terraform code that solved the assignment, basically. So this optional looks like a reasonable increment. So instead of one machine with Terraform that you already have the code, create 3 machines, these things. Yeah. So for you can not before this afternoon workshop, but during the week, it's good to get this familiarity with the tool, with this couple of links of documentation, and for today at least have the Ansible installed. I don't expect that anybody is expert on the Ansible syntax and usual and concepts, because we will go step by step explaining all of them, but at least have the software installed, so we don't get stuck in technological issues. Yeah. So see you at 1:13:15, and the same as every week. If by Friday or even next Monday in the morning you have problems to do the basic hello world with Ansible, so doing the ping to another machine, let me know, and we will have a further workshop, so office time on Monday, where you can share your screen and show me the problems that you are having, and then we will try to solve them together. So this, on as previous weeks, on this Monday I don't have anything to say. It's only office time, online office time, to solve your doubts. Yeah, this is all. I stop presenting. So yeah, see you after lunch with Ansible installed.
Awesome, thank you, Diego. One thing I was gonna mention is aktivitetskontroll. So activity control latest this Friday at 5. So you have 2 days left, and for this you have to go to Moodle. Link is in Slack. Mats posted it. It is pinned. Do not forget that. Basically, you hopefully are very, very used to it. At least those that are watching this video probably already done that. But don't forget to go to Moodle and submit the form, so we know you're here. And otherwise, you unfortunately will be removed from the course. And now, now it's really go time, week 3. So I don't think there was any questions. Otherwise, it's good to keep this short. Just ask in Slack if you're stuck with something, and good luck with Ansible and Terraform. All right. Thank you. See you next week. Bye.